Hello and welcome to another edition of the JBS Show. And today I'm really excited. I always say I'm really excited, but today I really am excited to be joined by Pinball Junk Drawer's own Craft Brew Sally and Foghorn Leghorn. Thank you for joining. I love your show. I love it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for having us.
This is Craft Brew Sally, for those who don't know. I'm
Yes.
Foghorn Leghorn. Yeah,
That's
just so
Foghorn
there's no
Leghorn.
confusion, I get that out of the way right away.
So
it's
I got
awesome.
I got to meet you two at King Kong, right?
King Kong.
Oh, that's
yes.
right. That's right.
That's
Yeah.
right. I first met them, ladies and gentlemen, at King Kong, and I went up to him as like a fanboy. And I was like, "Are you Craft Brew Sally?" Right? Because I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember this, but
I do.
And I'm like,
It's really
she's like,
weird for me when people come up to me and
it's
recognize
weird.
it.
It's wicked weird for me, right? And it happened to me. This was the worst case at Expo for me when I was definitely getting a lot of "Hey Jamie, how are you, Jamie?" Because I think the round table has like risen my popularity, if you will,
Your
I
online
don't know.
presence.
My
Yeah.
online presence, So that was very strange, but to geek on someone else too is really fun, right? And I was like, and then you were right next to her, Foghorn. I was like, oh, Foghorn, Leghorn. You don't get to see your faces,
No.
You don't,
No.
So it's funny for us. Like, how did you start the Pinball Junk Drawer, and why are you on Albert's own channel? Like, explain that stuff to me, because that's confusing for us. So can you start us, like, why are you on his channel?
Well, what happened was we started to, now I've done audio projects, and I actually did a TV show like on public access for like a million years ago.
Awesome.
And then that closed down, so we went into podcasting. This was like in 2006, and we had a weekly show, and it was just me and a couple guys that we hung out with that were just kind of just hanging out and BSing, And then I started doing like a B-movie podcast, and I started doing Kung Fu podcast, and then I have a radio show down out of Radio St. Pete. And when we moved here, Craft Brew Sally just kind of jumped on board with those. And then we just started doing this podcast because Albert's channel was actually the Poor Man's Pinball Podcast. I don't know. Did you ever listen to the first ones? Those
So
old...
I didn't. No, I didn't.
That's where they started doing it when their podcast out of Madison. No, Milwaukee. Out of Milwaukee. When we were kind of prospecting moving from Florida to Wisconsin. And I was one of the earlier people listening to that show, and they were just drunken goofballs, and they were really funny. And if you remember, Drew and Ian were like a really funny. They're best friends. They drink all the time. It was a funny pinball show. So they started the Poor Man's Pinball Show, and I was one of the first listeners. So I was one of the first people in their tribe. And then they kind of just fell off, and they started the network when everyone was starting networks. Like I think Zach started that.
Right.
Pinball network. So then I don't know, they said, let's do that. So then they started doing that. Then they stopped doing a pinball show, and I jumped on making one, and then Albert made one. So now it's still the Poor Man's Pinball Network, but we're on there. And Albert's on there. Albert does like 18 shows a week, and then we do one every other week. So
right. He does a lot of shows, Albert. He does a lot of shows.
Every now and then I'll like click on the website, and I'll be like, there's like 20 shows since we were here. We were here like last week. What happened?
Yeah,
like,
and he's on Patreon too, ladies and gentlemen. And you should always support over Albert on Patreon. It's really great.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I get so many shows from Albert, but I don't get burned out. The guy makes me laugh. I get a big kick out of him.
And that's good. That's what I mean. Pinball should be fun. Honestly, at our core, we never want to be like a show that like picks at stuff or nags it. Like, this is like a very fun thing that we have in our lives. So like
Mostly us just talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's, so we just like that kind of stuff. Like we just like the funnier stuff. We can examine stuff, talk about Kong or talk about what we like and don't like. But, we always try and take an angle of someone out there loves it. Like my most hated game, my most hated games, that's someone's favorite game. So you just roll with it, man. It doesn't,
I love that approach, right?
Yeah.
Because you could go Black Knight, Swords of Rage, and people go, "Oh, I hate that game." Right?
That's
But
someone's
it's
favorite
such a
game.
great game. It's such a great game. I love Black Knight Sword of Rage. So you're totally right. It's you know,
Yeah.
I love that approach. So,
Yeah.
but let's do a public service announcement, right?
Yeah.
Real
All right.
quick. Get your own RSS feed, please. Let's just do it.
Look,
Can we do
it
that?
would go to my head. I think it would go to my head. I'd be like,
No.
oh man, look at how popular I am.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to Albert.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you, Orby. Orby, I love you. Pinball Junk Drawer needs their own channel. That's
could
it.
be the junk
Okay.
drawer. It could be like our own network. What's our network?
You don't need a network. It's just the Pinball Junk Drawer. Just
I'll just keep putting all my crap on there. Like I'll dig out all the shows from like the Kung Fu Theater and all that stuff. I'll just keep like loading it up with all my nonsense.
You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of it all, right?
Yeah.
That's the absolute beauty. But
Yeah.
I highly recommend your own RSS feed
Yeah.
because it's a great show, and I don't want it to be buried, right? I want people
Yeah.
to really listen to it because I think
That's cool.
I think it's a hidden gem, if you will, that
Yeah.
not as many people know about, and they need to know about it because I think your positivity in pinball is fantastic, the two of you, and
Well, I appreciate we appreciate that. And she just wrote it down on a notepad, so now I'm in trouble. That means it's going to happen. She has a note. Brew Sally made an official note, RSS feed.
Good.
So, well, so you might have started
It's
the ball
not that
rolling.
much work. Go to Spotify, right? I'll just talk to Sally. All right, here.
That's the
Sally, here's the deal. You go to Spotify, you sign up as a creator, and it creates a brand new RSS feed. And then what you do is you upload it to both for the first few weeks, and you just tell people we're getting a new RSS feed. And Orbit will be fine. He'll understand. It's
he's on
time
his
to
own
spread your
wavelengths
wings.
anyway.
It's time to spread your wings. You don't need a channel. You don't need a network. You don't need any of that. When the Pinball Network first came out, guys,
Yeah.
I was with Wormhole.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I just thought that they were taking anybody. So I just sent them a note. I'm like, I'm ready to join.
Yeah. And they're like, who are you? And
Yeah, exactly. They were like, who are you?
like, come on, man.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm Jamie Birchall. That's who I am. Let's go.
How are
Zach.
you?
How are you? I just started this, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys lived in St. Pete?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Clearwater. Like it was technically, I guess.
Largo.
Well, it was Largo, but we had a Clearwater, unincorporated Clearwater address, but right down in Florida, you know.
Okay. So
That's
I
pretty-
know Florida very, very well.
Oh, okay.
I'm a New Yorker, but I moved to Florida my junior year of high school.
Oh.
Well, we were in
We.
Pennsylvania, and then as soon as I graduated Penn State, then we went down to
Look
Clearwater.
at that.
So
Look
yeah,
at that. All Yankees moving down to Florida.
and then going.
Wasn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Wasn't that
Well, how long
crazy
were you
when you
down
fir-
there?
I was down there my junior year. I went to Florida Southern College in Lakeland, which is not far
Okay.
from where you
No.
are.
No, right there.
Frank Lloyd Wright, ladies and gentlemen, number one. That's it,
Yeah.
dude. That's the whole campus is Frank Lloyd Wright.
It's just
No,
like,
but-
there's like one building. It's just there he is.
No,
There
it's
it is.
beautiful.
Oh,
Honestly,
that's
it's an
cool.
absolutely gorgeous campus, right?
Yeah.
But he was short, and he liked short, so none of the basketball players could walk through the campus. They had to take other routes because he had all these low ceilings and everything. It was really wow. So it was a beautiful campus, and then I graduated, met my beautiful wife Janine, and we moved to Houston, Texas in 1997. So I was only there a hop,
Nice.
skip, and a jump. But
So we were there for 4-year crossover. We were down there in 1993.
Yeah.
February of 1993 is when we landed officially. Fell off the turnip truck, literally. Not literally, figuratively, literally. But we fell in two kids from very small town, Pennsylvania, just kind of fell off down there and never were down there before, and just made it. You know, stayed there for a while.
Well, you weren't down there.
Wow. I mean, when I was like 1 or
Oh,
something
yeah,
like that,
you
but like remember that kind of crap. So then we were down there.
it's
And then,
weird though, the Floridian, this because it's Clearwater's kind of south. I mean, you get some southern aspects, but it's a lot of transplants in Clearwater.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
1
And-
hour inland, that's where you get the real South experience.
oh my god, and my fraternity was full of them, and I never had biscuits and gravy in my life. Never even seen white gravy.
I remember one time I did a 150-mile bike ride for MS, and it took us all through those little towns. I was like, I might get murdered in here. I literally, you hear the banjos, you're like, better pedal a little faster, because
I know.
I was like, you a bike rider? No, I'm leaving. Thank you.
I'm leaving your little town. Thank you very, very much. And I had a bunch of fraternity brothers from those little towns, and they didn't understand me, and I still don't understand them, to be honest with you.
It's okay, yeah. It's all good. We went to see, when we were down there, we went to check out a pinball machine that was for sale. What was it? A space shuttle. Yeah. And we're driving. This is in Florida. Like smaller roads. We get to it, and it's a trailer, and all his pinball machines were like on these uneven plywood with like just like a Quonset hut kind of top. And I'm sitting there playing it, and he's out doing something with gators or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna politely play this, and we're leaving because this is outside. It has 100% its termites in it. 100%. He's gonna murder us because nobody saw us come in. Like, let's get the hell out of here. You know, he might have been a nice guy, but we left. I was like, no,
deliverance.
Thanks.
You got to get the hell out of there.
I was like, you here for the pinball machine or something else? And we're out. Thank you.
Did you guys? Did you play a lot of pinball up north? Did you play it? Were you always pinheads? Were you always this?
I wasn't a pinhead, but I played them a lot. Like as a kid, you played them, and then like in college, there was a bar that had like a pin bot, so I would play that.
Cool.
But you know, you get out of it a little bit, and then I don't know. We just started finding them down in Florida. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is so fun. You know, and you forgot, like you got to wait for a while, but then we got back into it. You know.
I don't think I ever played
No.
Before, like growing up, I don't think I ever played a pinball machine.
Yeah, I didn't.
No.
So when did you?
I started in COVID, right before COVID.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I started in 2018, 2019-ish. I had a friend, John Spates, and he got me addicted to it. And that was I was a golfer. And
I
was
so bad at golf.
I was really good. You know,
Awesome.
I thought I was really good. I was like a 2 or 4 handicap, thinking I was hot shit. But you know, there's always room for improvement. But
her pop was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. It's addicting.
He was shooting like 70s. I'm like,
yeah, that's really where I stayed at, and I had some fun in there. And but then, can you hear the lawnmower going off? Does that bother you?
Mm-mm.
Okay. That's the good thing about this Roadcaster is that it does a good job.
Nice.
Anyway, pinball just took over that addiction, and now I wish I could go back in time and talk to that kid that moved to Orlando and go, all right, there's going to be something called Bitcoin. You're going to want to buy that and play pinball too.
Exactly.
Right?
And get out of Bitcoin kind of early, but not too early, and then all pinball from there. And then pinball.
Don't you?
It's so funny.
I miss that, Sally. I miss that. So then you moved to Wisconsin, and now you're all in on pinball, right? Now you're just Yep. So you've got the whole basement, right?
Yeah. Florida. There's no basements in Florida unless you want to hit water.
No.
so it was. Kind of finally we had room. We had 1 or 2 machines in Florida, and I would buy one, and like it would be out in the garage, so you're sweating to death. And I was like, and then you'd sell it and get a different one.
In the dining room.
One was in the dining room that the cats learned how to jump onto, and then set the alarm off, and then jump off of. It was really neat, especially when we're on vacation. But it was.
What do we get? We had. What did we have first?
The first one. Well, I had a bunch of them. Like we had an abracadabra that I fixed up and sold, and I had a couple. Like I won these auctions. They had a thing called super auctions in Florida, and these were janky at best. But you'd go to Orlando, and you're in this huge airplane hangar, and it's just nothing but people drinking since 7 a.m. and like machines as far as I can see. And half of them have termites, so you got to get there early and like do your homework, otherwise you're in trouble. So every now and then I'd bring a wacky. I brought an air hockey table home, like one of those gigantic ones, and I bought like a bingo machine.
Those are fun. Those are wicked fun, though.
$40. I got it for $40.
$40.
No, everyone. There was a fleet of them, and this guy starts the bidding, and everyone's literally sitting there like in their head going, how do I get this home? What is this actually? What is it? Does it work? So I put my hand up and said like $40. And he's like, sold. And I was like, okay, I guess I got this for 40. I hope someone will help me load it, you know? And then we got like bingo machines. I got a bingo machine for $5 somewhere. And I was like, but then we got the Austin Powers. That was the first one that we bought like new in box. We didn't even know you could do that. Like, I didn't even know you could buy a new in box. Like, I didn't. So I found this thing online and I bought it because we liked the movie, believe it or not. And then it came from it came from California, and I'm like driving home with this on the back of a little Nissan pickup truck, hoping it doesn't rain on me. It was just like every new purchaser that had no idea what pinball is. You're like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, we're trying to set it up. It was just, but that was the one we had for a long time. You know. And we traded that one and some money for the Beatles, which was a good buy.
Oh, Beatles is good. That's a good upgrade.
Yeah.
Good upgrade. Because
that was our pickup during. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I just don't like Austin Powers. It's just a terrible game. It's not one of my favorites.
It taught me those 5 shots. Yeah, like there's the fan shots, and I talked about it on there. I think I said those 5 shots are like very standard in pinball. So Austin Powers taught me those 5 shots, like how to find. I can find them on almost any fan layout game. I'm like, okay, that's the little mini me shot. That's the dead center shot. Like, you know, but I shot them so many times on Austin Powers that it kind of helped me learn that stuff, you know. But yeah. So what was your first game?
World Cup Soccer.
Well, that's a lot of people's first game.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I've told the story before real quick, but I got sucked into going to a tournament. I went up there just to see them, just to watch pinball and just to play. And they paid my entry, $15. John Spates paid my entry.
And he's like, the first one's free. The rest is going to cost you.
Yeah, the rest is on you. The rest, you're going to get addicted. And I was like, I don't want to play pinball for 8 hours. But I did. Had the best time. And World Cup Soccer was my first game that I played in the tournament. And there was a woman, Gina Lowe, and she sweetly said, don't just score goals. Hit these loops. Look at this round ball. You want to get the ball, and then you're going to hit this scoop when it says final draw. Because that's all you want to do on this. And I was like, okay, I think I can do that. And I did it. And I got multi-ball like the first time I played it. And I was like, that's it. I have to have
cool.
Because I'm a soccer nut to this day. I started on a soccer podcast.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was the dumb American in 2008 on a Glasgow Celtic FC podcast that would get like 10,000 downloads a podcast, right? And that's when you counted downloads, not views back in the day.
Yeah.
And I was just the dumb American that would come on for 15, 20 minutes to tell them how stupid they were is Euros. and it was like a comedy thing for me. Because I went to Florida Southern to study communications. I wanted to be on the radio.
Yeah.
And they shut down their comm program my freshman year.
Yeah,
so I chose.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. And of course, I had a girlfriend at the time, so I was in love. So I had to stay there. And this just scratches the itch, right? This is what it does. It scratches the itch. I mean, it gives me an avenue to talk to people that I would never talk to, and get to know them and have fun with it. It's one of my favorite things to do is podcasting. It really, really is.
I don't think you'd be as enthusiastic if you would have gotten to radio. I think you'd be like, I hate humans so much. Like the blinking lights and just like, oh my God.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Who knows?
It's not a regret in life because I've been able to do some great things, but it is something that I think I've got a good radio voice, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, definitely have a face for radio. So that would have been great. So that's
right there with you.
Joke.
Even when we did the TV show, we were never on air. I was always like, we dressed as like an evil clown or a big bear. Like we'd do skits and smash stuff, and I was always dressed up as something wacky and
many shenanigans.
Shenanigans all over.
Sally, did you get on? Were you on the TV show as well?
I was. Just my voice.
Yep.
Just your voice, that's it?
Just my voice.
Well, a couple of times there was the one skit where we were in black belt. We were actually in Bushido. We were in black belts. And there was one where our exchange student like we were facing off like Street Fighter, and then like Sally kicked me in the nuts, and I fell down. So she was on there for that one.
Okay, I forgot about that.
All right, one time.
So one time.
Are these
One
are these
time.
up on YouTube?
No.
Why
Well-
don't you do? All right,
Well-
Sally, get your notebook out.
Okay.
These aren't safe for our environment now. Like that's what we were
Okay.
talking about. It was like 97 to 98 to 2007. And the skits were crazy. Our scripts were really wild, but they weren't, you couldn't play them today. You know, like the how people view things that you said and the way you talked
Right.
back then, it's not, you know, like I was talking to one of the guys that was a tech at the studio because I was helping him and I was doing editing for other people. And he was like, he's like, you can't really show that because people would just think it's hate speech when it wasn't even ever that way. Like it wasn't meant that way. Comedy's all based in sadness, kind of, you know.
right?
So
You're just trying to make people laugh, and you're
And that's
doing a
all we
public
were. We-
access show.
you
You're not
know.
printing money. You're not getting
Yeah.
money. You're just doing this because you love to do
you
some
sure
art,
aren't.
Right.
right?
So,
There's no
you know-
money in any of this.
No.
Like I went back and watched some of them, and I was like, I laughed, but I was like, oh my, no, nope, no, can't put that one up. That's considered a hate crime now. I'm not doing that.
Oh, boy.
But they're funny. You know, we didn't ever mean nothing by nothing. Like, you know.
No,
Yeah.
I said some stupid things on that podcast.
Yes.
You know, I would make fun of the Europeans' teeth all the time. Like I would do stupid things, and I didn't mean to. I mean, well, I meant to, but it was just
Yeah.
fun. You know.
Time makes fools of us all. I believe the saying goes. And you go, oh,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
They were
Right.
joking one time because it's Scottish podcast, and they were joking one time about the loneliest job in Scotland. They were talking about a manager in Scotland that had lost a lot of games in a row. I said, the loneliest job in Scotland's got to be a dentist, and they lost. You know, it was really funny. But you
It's funny
couldn't-
now. I don't care what anyone says.
I don't know, but I got so much crap on the message
bet you
boards
did.
because nobody had an email and there was no IMs. It was just message boards, right?
Yeah.
Oh
And
no.
they're like, "Who's this American thinking our teeth are terrible?" I'm like, "Well, you are. Okay, you don't have fluoride. You
Yeah,
guys got to
that's-
work on that." So
That's awesome.
you move up there and you've got a basement, and now this is a fun zone, right? It's
Yep.
a
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
zone. You got cats in a basement. Let's just
Yep.
go.
Let's go. Let's do it, right?
How many games are in there now?
Well, we have a MAME cabinet like a nice MAME cabinet. It's just the 42 in one. And then we have the Capcom Namco Rockin' Ball,
Which is awesome.
which is that's that real retro styled bowling
Mhm.
game. Then we have Wonelli and Dr. Dude and Godzilla Premium, Elvira House of Horrors, Beatles Gold, and we have an old 1934 Bally Blue Ribbon. That's an auto car. It's a flipperless car one that I restored. And now we have a Golden Arrow EM up in the garage that I'm working on.
Okay.
And what we do is we play it for a while to see if it's going to make it down the steps, because once it's down the steps, unless times get hard, it ain't going back up the steps. So
See.
we got to make sure that this can earn its keep. And if it's good,
If
then
you
we'll
don't
bring it
have a
down. If
basement,
not,
you have no idea how brutal that has got to be. You'd have to. Well, you could
Switch
call
back.
Zach and Nicole Mini. Doesn't he have a Stairmaster thing that
borrow,
he
hey,
sells?
can I borrow your Escalera? And he'll be like, well, you can
Oh,
buy
that's
one.
what
I'm not going to let
it's
you
called, yeah.
borrow one. I'll be like, hey, can I borrow one of those from you for a while? And he'll be like, no, I don't
Right.
think so.
Right. I mean,
Can I
it
be on your
goes down
network
there.
too? No? Okay.
When it goes down there, it's down there, man.
Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
my GI Joes like a lunatic down there.
So what do
In
you
my
have?
basement.
What's in your lineup?
Oh, right now, I'm an arcade guy. I go to
Oh.
arcades.
Yeah.
And I went to the Wormhole a lot, and then I go to Eureka Heights. It's where I hang out.
Okay.
And so I lent my World Cup soccer to a good friend of mine, and because there's only so much times you can beat Germany. No offense
Yeah.
to the game. But once you beat Germany a couple of times, you're kind of like you're done with it, right?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't want to get rid of it because I love it. So I let
Right.
them, Houston's community, some of us let us borrow games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And right now I'm borrowing an LE Iron Maiden.
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic, but guys, it's wicked hard.
Yeah,
is.
it is.
I've never been to 2 Minutes of Midnight. I can't get the damn thing to 2 minutes at midnight. And my whole goal, like every time I play now, it's not the score, it's to get through mode.
Yeah.
And to see if I can get to 2 minutes at midnight, because I can get to Cyborg quite often, and that's just like a nice little mini wizard. But it's fun, isn't it? The best though, isn't pinball?
It's
like
so fun.
it's so fun. So what's we know I was going to ask you what's bolted to the floor, but anything in the basement's bolted to the floor. Do you?
Unless times get tough, then things start getting sold. But we're hoping that doesn't happen.
Well, there's big people in Wisconsin, so they could. You can hire some, football players or something.
Yeah, no kidding.
I would say that Godzilla and Elvira are probably never leaving the house.
Probably not. I mean, the Dr. Dude is. Did I say Dr. Dude?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
okay.
you did.
That's a fun one, and that's one that we restored together, where we like bondoed the cab and restickered, and like really did a full on. We didn't do a playfield swap, but we tore it down and really did a lot of work on it. So I'm like, we're proud of that one. We got the powder coated, and like it's a really wild looking game. I don't think we would turn that.
Great, man.
Yeah, it's shallow but fun. It's it's the most 90s thing I've ever seen. Honestly, like if I could get like Don Johnson standing next to it or something like that, I'd be like, well, there it is. That's the 90s right there.
I like Party Zone too.
I always get jealous. I always get jealous at Stern when we're there and watch those people put those stickers on the side of the cabinets. It takes them like 50 seconds.
They're sticking.
It doesn't take that. It takes way longer than that.
We were doing the Bono, and Brew Sally was in charge of like the sticker, and I was kind of just holding it or helping. And it took, I think, like an hour. We were like screwing around and making sure it was perfect, and all this stuff. And you're like, you watch those guys, and you're like, next. You're like, wow, wow.
Like I stand there in awe.
She watches when we're doing Stern factory tours. She'll watch that guy doing that more than like the rest of the tour, I think, because you're like, how do you do that?
Well, he does thousands. He's done 10,000 of them. That's why he's so good at it. He's got 10,000 hours. You guys had 1 hour, and it took you 1 hour. That's why.
Boy, the Maiden, I will say the Maiden was one of those games where everyone loved it, and I would play it every now and then, and it was like kind of clunk fest. I'm like, why do people love this? And then one time I blew it up. I was like, and I'm like, all the songs are different songs. I'm going through them, and I'm like that guy in the arcade, and I was like, now I get it. And I never hated the game, but I could never do very much with it. And then after I blew it up that one time, I was like, and it was just crazy. It was so fun. And I'm like,
right, guys?
You're like, and you start, and you walk away going, I love that game.
I do love it. It doesn't get, I'm not sick of it yet. I've had it for like 5 months, and I rotate them out because I only have room. We raised our family in South Houston. Okay. I've got 2 boys and a grandson, and they're out of the house, so we downsized and rented a nice little bungalow in Greater Houston. Like we're in a real cool hipster part, which is kind of funny.
Nice. Why not, right?
Why not? Yeah. Just me and my wife, so we only have room for one. And I've never been a collector though. I've always been an arcade guy.
Why not? It's almost like, I always kind of look at this stuff. We have a lineup, and I don't mind that, but it makes more sense, unless you really are in love with a game, to just go and play them out there, because it's such an investment, and it's such a physically
I don't have the technical abilities that you two possess. Okay, so if something goes wrong, I'm screwed.
Anyone out there help me? Can you just put out a help, and somebody will come and help you.
Okay, I'm not the guy that goes on Pinside, gets advice, and then can fix it.
Gotcha.
I'm not a tinkerer. I don't know how to change my oil. I've never known how to change my oil. I'm just not that guy. I'm going to outsource. I'm an outsourcer.
Well, I would say I'm not a tinkerer, because there's some guys that they'll play something like, that's off, and they'll pull the glass up and they'll start screwing around.
Those
and they'll
people are amazing, aren't they?
They are. I'm not that. I keep it running, and I make sure everything's like really nice, but then like, once the glass is on, it's gonna be on for a while. I don't like fool around with stuff. I'm like, what? I'm gonna play you for a while before I
can barely take the glass off. Foghorn.
Well, that's
okay.
Sometimes they're really hard.
I can barely take the Elvira's glass off. I'm like that. I had to spray like water in there to help it get out. I'm like, oh my god.
She's so nice.
We're like trying to figure out how to like. I think he had to loosen the like track
Yeah.
So that it wasn't so tight.
That was the weirdest thing. The Elvira came and you couldn't get the glass out, and like, I was like, I'm going to smash this thing. And then that's a real mess. And I loosened the bolts on the armor, and then I like kind of took a green pad and scraped down the plastic tracks. Now it's easier, but wow. I was like, this is nuts. It would get stuck halfway. And I was like, this is going to smash. We're in real trouble here. I didn't know if I could take it out. I didn't know if I could push it. I'm like, oh my God, this is a disaster. But it hasn't happened yet, so we're all right.
So Godzilla bolted to the ground.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Godzilla fan. Like,
I cannot play that game.
No?
I can't. It's 80 million or maybe 200. That's my tops. I don't understand it. And I love Elwyn. It's just a game that does. You know, we were talking earlier about the Black Knight. People don't like it. Godzilla is a game that is beloved, and I can't play it. I just
popped 1.8 billion on a 3-ball. Just had it, just lit it up. I don't know. I was out of nowhere. I'm playing. I was like, I just kept playing. I was like, yeah. And I still like walked away going, I could have got more. I swear I was like, I could have got 2 billion. I bet. I missed a couple one shot away, and you're like, ugh. But yeah, I don't know.
I can't hit the orbit ramp, the left orbit ramp. You know how it starts as an orbit and it comes up?
Oh.
Yeah.
Jamie can't hit it.
Yeah, that one, like, it almost feels like whenever I'm trying to hit that one that goes up onto the wire form, I feel like I'm letting the ball drain off the flipper, then I hit it last second. That gets that one.
Okay.
I can never hit that one that's a spinner tight left unless the ball is kind of dead stopped.
For Ebra, because you need that.
Then you can do it, but it's stall ball. But other than that, you're in some trouble. I can never get that shot going, but it's a great, Elwyn designs are so incredible.
Oh, it is. It's just one of those games that I panic on. Yeah. And I don't have the flow down, and I need to go to Eureka and just hit, because I got a premium there, and I just got to put more time in it, Sally. Darn it. I just got to put more time in it.
I'm the same. I like to play. I'm not a great player.
Here,
I mean, there's occasionally I get a really great game on. I mean, I think my Godzilla's like 300.
Yeah. Well, time on. Yeah. The more I did when Craft for Sally first started, she wasn't didn't play a whole lot. But as the years have gone along, she's gotten way better, because she competes where I don't. She's she'll go to the ladies' flip tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, right. Because I hear
she's
her
learning
talk about
tricks and she's learning stuff, and I'm kind of just sitting here in my basement going, I know everything I need to know. No, I don't ever say that. I
mostly go to hang out with the ladies.
Yeah.
Do you love it? Do you love playing competitively, but mostly in the women's leagues?
I mean, more so going to hang out with the ladies than playing, but there's the Bells and Chimes of the Fox Valley that does a local one, and I see Rachel there a lot. So
Rachel Risto.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Isn't she lovely?
Oh, I know. I love her.
Oh man, I love her.
Yep. So the only time I ever compete is LumberJack Johnnys does a New Year's tournament party thing. That's kind of the only one of the year I ever do, and I'm just there just to I can compete, but I don't focus on it. So
how far is LumberJack Johnnys from your house?
20 minutes.
Oh no,
that's not bad.
No, less than that. It's like 8 or 10.
Oh,
it's
great.
It's real close.
So and they have a big lineup, right?
They do.
Incredible. It is incredible, their lineup.
Yeah.
How many machines?
Did they say they just did an expansion? I think they said they have room for 30.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
And he's on the list. His distributor gets him, he gets Harry Potter. He gets the new stuff, Dune coming. The Harry Potter he had in was the one that they were showing off, where it didn't even have a serial number in the back. It was like that.
Oh goodness, what did they call it?
Yeah, promo or something
model.
A display model, and they were sending those out.
That.
He got one of those in the house before we even got it. We were playing. I was like, wow.
Wow.
The first one, because he has 2 locations. I'm sorry to cut you off. He has 2 locations. One of them was up in Green Bay. And this is the first time we ever went to one. And I walk in there, and these were from his collection, all CEs. I walked up to these CEs. I was like, this is 25 grand because this is COVID times, and the topper's like 8. Like you had the R2D2 topper, and I was like, in the wild, you're like, I was blown away. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. This little like room, and I'm like, holy crap, this guy has $100,000 over there.
That you're collectors, but you've got a place 10 minutes away that has all the machines, right?
Yeah,
right.
What a great balance. What a great place.
Yeah, because you want to see different stuff and play different stuff. There's so much out.
Dune.
They had Dune.
Yep.
What else did they have new?
No, I can't remember. Well,
What'd you think of Dune? What'd you think of Dune?
Oh, I love.
We love Dune.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like the Dune movies, but the first time we played them, we were down in Madison.
Yeah. We were at the IO arcade.
Yeah, the IO arcade.
Okay.
And it was like, I was like, this game is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like the shots are cool, and it's the sound and the integration. It was just fun. We really loved it. We got back and I was like, I gotta go play Dune again. I want to go play Dune. Like I was surprised.
It's got that one more game feel.
Yeah. What about you? Have you played it yet?
Yeah, I got to play it multiple times. I've played it so I'm very good friends with Travis Mosman, who is one of the designers on the game, with David Van Ness.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And I have a huge Barrels of Fun love for those people. And they helped put me personally on the map with their commercial. If you remember the Labyrinth commercial, I don't know if you remember, but it was like not their feature, but their teaser video of a woman leaning in, and we filmed this at the Wormhole, where she leans in and sees Labyrinth, and she walks up and starts playing the game. Well, that is my very good friend Aaron Winnick Anthony, and so I've just done a lot of work with Barrels of Fun.
That's cool.
It is so cool. They're the nicest people. They're a really well-run company. And I love them. I really do. Call me a shill for them. I just don't care.
No, they're bringing it.
Yeah.
They are bringing it. And they got a lot of flack for the launch of Dune. Okay. Very similar to what's kind of happening right now with the launch of Walking Dead Remastered, because they don't have a lot of assets on it.
Right.
I got to play it last night, and it still has pending licensor approval written on it. Now that stuff doesn't bother me, guys. Okay, because I know it's going to get better with the code, right?
Right.
Yep. Stern's going to handle it.
Yeah.
They're working on it.
There's good people working on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
And I kept saying the same thing with Dune. There's great people working on this. It's going to be great. And it is great. And I know they're selling a bunch more, because with the success of Winchester, which came out of nowhere, right, guys?
That game was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That's an incredible game.
Right.
And we played that at Expo. I was like, this is so cool.
How many people are visiting that house now because of that?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Actually, the first thing I did, I was like, what is the Winchester house?
Yep. Yeah. I just assumed it was a made up thing, but it wasn't. I was like, wait, what? And you read about it, you're like, oh, that's so cool,
Yeah.
I just thought it was make believe, like, ghost house, but it was a real thing. You're like, when I played that, I couldn't believe it. And I think who's the owner?
Was it
David Van Ness?
David Van Ness. Now he was next to me when I was talking to us when we were playing. I was like, this was a schooling on how to release a game, because it just was like, here's the teaser, here's the game, sold out, bang, this is awesome. People lost their minds when they started playing that game. It was so fun.
They sold out before they even got to Expo. And again, I'm a little spoiled. I got a text on a Sunday from David, and he said, can you come to the factory tonight? I said, yeah, I'm coming. And I thought I didn't know what they were going to show me. I didn't know what, I was under NDA anyway. So it was like, okay, I go into this back room, and there's Carl D'Angelo and David Van Ness, and they show me Winchester, and I was blown away. And you know what? After I played it, I was like playing it and interviewing them at the same time, not on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, I stopped mid-ball, and I said, you guys are going to steal Expo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to steal it. And they go,
know.
well, they were very humble. And I said, no, really, this is incredible.
Yeah.
It for a first design, let alone any design, it's outstanding. And they nailed it. And I think what the Winchester success is showing people, hey, let's go. I can't get a Winchester, but I can sure as hell buy a Dune. And maybe they'll get some more sales. I hope so, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know who Carl D'Angelo was. And then through that release, I was like, oh, he's like this super competition player, and he really knows pinball. Like, I didn't know, you just don't know people, and then and I heard someone talking about it. I was like, oh, and then I went and found out. I was like, oh, that makes sense why it shoots so good, because he knows how to make good shots. He knows how to make good choices. I've been kind of surprised at how awesome Barrels of Fun was. With the very first releases as they come out, I'm like, this company's really nailing it. They're going to find their niche. They might not take down Stern, they might not take down JJP. I don't think that's their goals in life. Just to be a very good company, probably, and they're doing that.
Just provide great pinball machines to the public, and I knew Carl right about the same time I tried to join the Pinball Network. I reached out to Carl D'Angelo, and he was doing IE Pinball, and he still does IE Pinball, and which is a great stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not familiar, and you two should totally watch anything Carl produces. IE Pinball.
I eat pinball. She's jotting it down, so it's official.
Got it down, Sally.
It's on the list.
On the list. He helped me tremendously when I was streaming tournaments on what to do and what to buy and how to build the rig. And without Carl D'Angelo, I would never have streamed anything.
I think didn't Dennis Kriesel say that he was the first one to do that and kind of made the template for how tournament pinball stream. Now I remember, because I really shout out to Dennis Kriesel. I really enjoy his content on air. He's a very intelligent person, and he's very funny too. But he was the one that was kind of saying Carl D'Angelo made the template for pinball streaming. He
did. Like I watched that episode on the pinball. I always watch the pinball show, and Dennis
it's a good show.
Was kind of giving a resume of Carl D'Angelo for people that don't know him, and Carl, and here I am trying to not compete, but just showcase the wormhole and show what we had there. And without Carl, I never would have started any of this. Right. And so shout out to him. And I apologized to him again when I saw him. I'm like, I asked you an awful lot of questions, and I'm really sorry.
He didn't care. I guaranteed. He's like, more content's better. Yeah, more content's better. I always I never kind of understood the people kind of competing. I was like, there's no competing in podcasts, and you can dump unlimited amounts out there. No one's your competition. We're all supposed to be helping boost each other up.
We're not making any money, people. No one is making any money.
No.
Okay.
According to we've never made anything.
Well, there's one person making money. There's and I like him. I like Kaneda. Whatever. He makes me laugh. But there's only one or two, a couple of us. But you guys have merch on Silverball Swag, right?
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Silverball Swag. I've got some merch on Silverball Swag. That guy's great, man. What a nice dude.
Yep. I was talking to a guy at my work because he's doing his own thing and he's starting to get into editing and he's starting to do this and that. I said, find someone that'll do that for you, because I'm not going to sell my merch. I'm not going to. Like, so if you find someone who that's their job, give him a cut. Everyone's happy. He'll sell your stuff, and that's how it's working, So he was like, oh, that's a good idea. I was like, yeah. I said, if you're good at it, then do it, but I'm not. And I said, so if you're not, then let someone else handle it. Yep.
Outdoors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one's getting rich, but you get a couple shirts out there, a couple pint glasses out there. It's all good,
So if anyone doesn't listen to Pinball Junk Drawer, you need to. They're going to get their own RSS channel soon, and but they are on the Pinball Poor Man's Podcast Network.
Poor Man's Pinball Podcast Network.
You see what I'm saying too? That's too long.
It rolls off the tongue, man.
It doesn't roll.
Shout out Judy and
rolls.
It's top of my list.
Okay. Anyway,
do it today.
You guys.
Let's not get crazy.
You guys have a good relationship with Glenn Wechter.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he does your music.
He does.
Yeah, he does Crapper Sally's Mustang Sally ripoff.
Sally ripoff.
Homage.
And
Homage.
yeah, homage.
Gotta
Sorry,
Tarantino this up. An homage to
He's also done
Glenn's-
a beer commercial for us.
Oh, he has?
Yeah.
Don't you think he's the most talented? I think
Yeah.
he's wicked talented. He did all of the music for the JBS show. He does all of our announcements for the roundtable. That's Glenn. He does.
That's awesome.
He did the Twippies last year. He did all the announcements for the Twippies.
Yeah.
I haven't paid him a dime, and he just loves doing it. So shout out to Glenn. Thank you so much for everything you
thanks,
do.
Glenn.
Yeah, and we do. I'm glad that he got on board with like the that crew that's doing the custom stuff.
Yes.
The homebrew. He does the homebrew stuff, and I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
That's the kind of energy you want on your team because he's gonna find stuff and make stuff and do cool stuff, and you're gonna be like, yes. So he'll do cool stuff.
Did you play Monster League hockey?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
How good is that?
It's fun. It was fun. It was breaking a little bit because it's a prototype. So
It's brand new.
yeah. We didn't hold it against it, but we got to the third quarter. Who won? I think. Did you win?
Was it tied?
It might. I think it ended on a tie, and we're like, all right, we'll take it. But yeah, that was.
I kicked Ralph's ass.
Oh yeah.
I just beat the hell out of him on it. He had no chance.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been hanging out with Ralph?
About a year and a half with that clown.
Because he was all in arcade, right?
Yeah, he was an arcader. And I got introduced to him through Kale Hernandez.
Okay.
And I got introduced to Kale and Rachel from a Moto.
Yep.
This world is just bananas.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she is the most awesome.
She's one of my absolute favorites, right?
Yeah.
And so I did a podcast with Rachel and Kale and Ralph, and it went really well. And I just had this idea. I said, 3 guys talking pinball, but kind of different, not like Triple Drain, just a little different, not as technical, but all coming from different aspects. Like I'm the arcader, you run an arcade, Kale, with Rachel, and you are the home collector, Ralph. Yeah. And it's done really well. It's been a really blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I listened to the Rachel and Kale, the Electric Bat.
Yeah.
It's really interesting because they are from what makes us money, what is popular, how does this hold up in the wild kind of a viewpoint. And that's what LumberJack Johnnys, now they're like with us, where they give us the numbers each week.
I love that.
Yeah, and it's so surprising to me. It's always like, wow, like why would this be there? And it kind of doesn't seem like there's a rhyme or reason, but they're just one week something will blow up and you go, that's okay.
No, I think it helps. And Rachel and Kale would not care, doesn't care at all. Me and the guys that run Eureka Heights is my place that I go to, guys. He'll come in my backyard and we do the Rachel and Kale earnings report on his place just for me. He does it not even for anyone. Okay. Yeah. He goes, you're not going to believe this, but like they just bought a Looney Tunes and they have 26 machines, all Stern, JJP, Harry Potter, Evil Dead. They have an entire spooky row. Shout out to Eureka Heights. Taylor and John, sorry. Anyway, we do these earnings reports. Looney Tunes is kicking everyone's ass. How is that possible?
It's a good theme. That is a great theme.
Surprised us.
There
was one not that long ago that was like...
Well, Batman 66 popped up and I'm like, that game's like really old, but it just it just like lit up one week. And you go, that's really cool,
and it's like Godzilla's been in the top, and then one week it was one of the bottom performers. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Do they do those dollar pops games at LumberJack Johnnys? Where it costs an extra $1 for the month. It's like a high score game.
No, they don't.
Okay, so Electric Bat does it. Eureka Heights does it. Arcades across America do it, right? There is a special tournament button that you can put on a Stern that you then would charge an extra $1, and it keeps the progress for the month. And whoever gets the high score gets the divvy up of the $100 or $200 that it earns.
Oh.
Okay.
Because they have the LumberJacks has that wall, the panels on the wall where it shows
sure.
the leaderboards. Yeah.
But this
So
is like separate of the leaderboard. It's just they call it a tops.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, and there's a special tops button that you can get. I'm sure anyone can please explain this to them better than Jamie.
We'll have to explain it to them because this place would go crazy with that.
But
Fox
what
Cities
happens
is out of there,
when
and
you have a game, when you have a game on the tops, like this month at Eureka Heights, it's Rush. Now Rush is not a huge earner, but this month it earned because of the tops game. So arcades across, all over the United States are doing some really great things for their earnings. And if the Electric Bat started every arcade giving out their earnings report, they would love it.
Yeah. That is one thing I've been so kind of, I don't want to say pleased about, but so happy that the resurgence of arcades, barcades, it was kind of on the way out, and you're like,
we're in trouble,
I'm going to
right?
miss that. Yeah. And now, even though like a place will be mostly pinball, well, they're going to have some arcade games there, or they're going to have something different or something unique. That IO bar had like the whole front end of the building was like nothing but those retro games. And then as you got back further, there was the newer stuff. And then there was the pinball room and skee ball. And you're like, oh, that's so cool. I would have never thought you'd have that until the resurgence kind of happened. And you're like,
yeah,
I keep them. I always like drop money when I always say, let's drop a couple bucks, keep them in business. Cause I don't want that to go away again. Cause
I
it's
would
sad
hate
when it
that
does.
to go away.
Growing up, we had arcades and then they went away and I was like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now what, So that's been awesome to see that resurgence,
I would be remiss if I didn't ask Sally about when she started this craft brewing. When did you get into craft brews? When did you get into drinking them and loving them so much?
Like around 2014, I think. And it all started with Untapped.
Okay.
Because you can get badges on Untapped.
See,
and I'm all about the badges.
much like Stern's Insider Connect. It's a beer drinkers Insider Connect,
Yeah.
So.
But then I started saving the labels from them because beer labels, they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
There are some that are just incredible.
Yeah.
Like one of the breweries we used to go to when we were in Florida was called Arcane, which is my absolute favorite brewery.
Yeah.
And I miss them terribly.
Yeah.
But they did it was a Starry Night background with Godzilla in it. And I was like, I know you're not going to send me this beer, but will you send me this label? And they sent me the label.
Yeah, they sent her the label,
Well, I need that.
And that was the craft brew segment actually happened one time. The Poor Man's Pinball Tribe, they did this weird call where like Glenn started. I think Glenn was on that started where he just starts randomly calling people, and if you pick up, well, you're talking to Glenn, and then he just starts calling everyone else, and it was this huge like tribe phone call, and we're walking around with the camera, and they see Crafter Sally with this gigantic book. Writing and stuff, and they're like, what is this? And there's like a craft brew journal, and they went nuts.
No
with
way.
It.
Yeah,
because it's like a chronicling of, and then I start joking that like after the apocalypse, that, like people will seek out Craft Brew Sally's journal because that's where they'll know like all the history of beer making. It'll be this one archive thing that they're going to try to get in the rubble, and then that's when it kind of like rolled into Craft Brew Sally's segment, and then of course Glenn went with it, and then it's been so it was just one of those real funny things because they were like laughing, they're like what, and then where she's holding it up and it's just page after page of like all the notes about it and so it was really funny. So it's just well,
I love that segment. I love it.
Everyone's favorite
drink.
segment.
I barely drink. Okay, and I have a palate of a 12-year-old. So okay, so
no, that's good.
I love that segment. I love what she talks about it, and it cracks me up. It's really fun. I go on long walks, and your podcast is one of my first when I start the walk because
that really means a lot.
What I love about it, really, we'll wrap up here, is what I love about what you guys do, seriously, is the positivity. Because there's so much damn negativity in this hobby. We're a niche of a niche of a niche. We're a pimple on a niche. Okay?
Yeah.
And when I just go on these walks, I just want to exit the world for a little while. And I just want to do my 3 miles and listen to fun people that love this hobby as much as I do. And you guys nail it. So thank you so much for everything you do for this community. You can find them on the Pinball. Go ahead, do it. Tell me.
Poor Man's Pinball Podcast Network.
Or you could just search Pinball Junk Drawer on any of the faces that stream pinball. You'll find it. Or stream,
and soon
I
to
got
be on
you guys
Spotify.
because I soon to be on Spotify and all RSS feeds everywhere. I'm sorry, Sally. I'm sorry. I don't mean
sorry.
to be.
We're joking. Yeah. No, it's okay. And that means a lot. Thank you for the compliments. You know, we started out kind of. That's kind of how we are in life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a negative person. If I am, I just walk away from it because I'm not here to do. I don't need that, you know. And that's, I guess, age brings wisdom. Sadly, getting a little gray up top, and by gray I mean white. But so as you get older, you know, you just like, I don't need that nonsense. You don't need to be so negative about stuff. And that's not what it's about, you know.
No, I love your takes, and I love the camaraderie that you have on air. It's really great, and in life. So again, getting to meet you. Are you going to any? You have any tournaments that you're coming up to, or where can people see you?
Our next thing I think is going to be New Year's Eve at LumberJack Johnnys.
Yeah, New Year's Eve at LumberJack Johnnys, and a lot of the Fox City guys are there. They're competing, and that's kind of like where Fox City. Pinball?
No. Fox City Streaming, I think.
Yeah, that's where
it's Fox City's Pinball.
Okay, they're kind of out of LumberJack Johnnys now. They have it hardwired. I guess part of the remodel was some hardwiring that they can, you know, do more of the streaming there.
Tom's another one. Okay, to give a shout out to Tom Graff. He's another one that I annoyed the hell out of in the beginning. Okay,
did he help you?
Totally.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Everyone in this community will really help you if you're interested in doing what we do. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have, they will roll out the carpet for you and show you everything you need to do. And I've been fooling with a YOLO box and all these things now. And now Carl's fooling with it, and Ralph, and we're all just helping each other because it's not competition like you said before. It's just trying to have some fun.
Not fighting over dollars. No one's.
No.
We both know there ain't no dollars to be fighting over unless the only dollars are going in the machines, and that's just fine. So that's
where we want them to go. Go to dollars, go to machines, go to your home.
Yeah. Go Patreon me. Go Patreon the next pinball machine you see, and let's keep these things rolling.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have a Patreon. No, I don't think anyone wants to pay for this, and they don't need to. So
if it ever crossed my mind, I'd be like, but then I would be on the hook for content that means something. I don't want that. Like, I don't need that.
Yeah, I do this because I love it. I don't do this for anything else, but I just have an absolute blast doing this. I really do.
That's important.
Right.
I get yelled at that I talk too much over the guests. So if I did that to you today,
I feel the same way. I'm talking over you. You're still talking about it. I got to tell this story before I forget it. That's my problem. I have to say it because my brain doesn't hold it in as long as you know. If 1 second it's gone, I'm like a goldfish. So I got to like say it immediately, and that's
No worries. Hey, I had an absolute blast with you too. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you for doing it on such short notice too. I really appreciate it.
Anytime. I'll always talk into a microphone. I don't care.
I'm so happy that I've gotten to meet you and to talk with you.
Us as well.
And this has been fantastic. Thank you, everyone, so much. This will be up next week if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
Whenever. Just edit out all the swearing and no, I'm kidding. It was not swearing.
I think I said "damn it" once.
I'm joking. I'm the Ed Wood of podcasting. I don't edit anything out unless it's really bad or crap. It's like time out. You got nope.
You gotta stop.
And I'll stop and I take it out and I literally just
I'm sure
drop
you edit
it. Right
more than Orbital Albert, who has 0 edits on his.
No, we don't. Seriously, it's the way it goes.
I turn it off. I save it and I upload it within like 3 minutes. I don't do any editing. I'm just like this is like right off the cuff. So.
I'm a pain in the ass with myself, so because I freak out because real quick, a couple of months ago, I made fun of George Gomez and his mic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he did a losing
I heard that because I was like, because it's a crappy home mic. You're like, come on, man, get him.
I mean, come on, right? Anyway, so if mine is bad now because of that podcast, do you know how much crap I'm gonna get? So I go through it all.
He's gonna send you a custom back glass that he had made from the artist department saying your mic sucks. It'll be your picture
your
on
mic
it.
sucks,
Like,
Virgil.
Could you sign this for me, George? I need this on my wall. That'd be the best.
No. So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, that's why. All right, Crap Brew Sally, Foghorn Leghorn, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Junk Drawer.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.